On the bar, coming from Buffalo Grove, Illinois. That's 275 on the bar, 275 pounds.
Come on, Joey.
Good lift. Good way to start off. Next up, Mark Hobneck, 155 on the bar. On deck, Sean Dixon. Daniel Lim, you are in the hole. David Hernandez, you are 4 out. Hugh Perrone, you are 5 out. Stetson Drolet, you are 6 out.
Come on, Mark.
Good lift. Let's keep this going. Next up, Sean Dixon with 157.5 on the bar. Followed up by Daniel Lim on deck. David Hernandez, you're in the hole. Hugh Perrone, you're 4 out. Stetson Drolet, you are 5 out. Travis Coring, you are 6 out. Bars loaded. Good lift. Let's keep rolling. Daniel Lim, 162.5 on the bar, followed up by David Hernandez on deck. Hugh Perrone, you're in the hole. Stetson Drolet, you are 4 out. Travis, you are 5 out. And Trevor Lestire, you are 6 out. Good lift. Next up, David Hernandez with 165 on the bar, followed up by Hugh Perrone on deck. Stetson Drolet, you are in the hole. Travis, you are 4 out. Trevor, you are 5 out. And Don Michael Tinnenbane, you are 6 out. Good lift. We're on a roll now. Let's keep going. Hugh Perrone, you're up with 165 on the bar. We are set to go. Stetson Drolet, you are on deck. And Travis, you're in the hole. Here comes Hugh now.
Let's go, baby. Come on.
No lift. You can come on back and try that again, though, if you'd like to. Next up, Stetson Drolet with 170 on the bar, followed by Travis on deck. Trevor in the hole. Sean Kelly, you are 4 out. Don Michael Tinnenbane, excuse me, you are 5 out. And Yosh, you are 6 out. Good lift. Let's keep rocking it. Travis is next with 175 on the bar, followed by Trevor on deck. Sean Kelly, you're in the hole. Don Michael, you are 4 out. Yosh, you are 5 out. And William Glass, you are 6 out. Travis's first attempt, 175, is 385 pounds. Bars loaded. Good lift. Next up, Trevor with 175 on the bar. Bar is loaded. Sean, you are on deck. Don Michael, you're in the hole. Good lift. Next up, let's take that bar to 180 for Sean Kelly. On deck, Don Michael. In the hole, Yosh. William Glass, you're 4 out. Jeff Damasco, you are 5 out. And Eric Peterson, you are 6 out. Bars loaded.
Let's go. Good.
Good lift. Next up, Don Michael with 180 on the bar. Bar is loaded and ready to go. Yosh, you're on deck, and William Glass, you're in the hole.
Let's go, Mike.
Good lift. Let's take that bar up to 190 with Yosh coming up. On deck, we have William Glass. In the hole, we have Jeff Damasco, 4 out. Eric Peterson, 5 out. David Suter. $190 is Yosh's first attempt, which is 418 pounds.
Come on, Yosh.
Bars loaded.
Sorry. 30 seconds, go. 20 seconds. Don't let that body. Come on, Yosh. Let's go. Max, do it up. You got it.
Good lift. Next up, William Glass with 195 on the bar, followed by Jeff Damasco on deck. Eric Peterson, you are in the hole. And David Suter, you are 4 out. Good lift. Let's take that bar up to 200 for Jeff Damasco as he comes up. Eric Peterson, you're in the hole. David Suter, you're actually, I take that back. Eric Peterson, you're on deck. David Suter, you're in the hole. Joseph Tran, you are 4 out. Mark Hobneck, you are 5 out. Good lift. Take that bar up to 207.5 for Eric Peterson. David Suter, you're on deck. Joseph Tran, you're in the hole. Mark Hobnick, you are 4 out. Sean Dixon, you are 5 out. Hugh Perrone, you are 6 out. Good lift. Take that bar up to 215 now for David Suter. Joseph Tran, you're on deck. Mark Hobnick, you're in the hole. Sean Dixon, you are 4 out. Hugh Perone, you are 5 out. And David Hernandez, you are 6 out. David's first attempt, 215. That's 474 pounds.
Let's go, Suter! Hoopla! Come on, David! Keep it tight! Keep it tight! Close to your body!
Good lift. Let's take that bar back down to 140 now for Joseph Tran. Mark Hobnick, you're on deck. Sean Dixon, you are in the hole. Hugh Perone, you are 4 out. David Hernandez, you are 5 out. And Stetson Drolet, you are 6 out. Two reps, 5.5, 2.5.
Come on, Joey.
Good lift. That's 2 in a row. Next up, we have Mark Hobnick with 162.5 on the bar, followed by Sean Dixon on deck. Hugh Perone, you're in the hole. David Hernandez, you're 4 out. Stetson Drolet, you are 5 out. And Daniel Lynn, you are 6 out. Mark's second attempt, 162.5, is 358 pounds.
Come on, Mark. There you go.
Good lift, that's 2 in a row. Next up, Sean Dixon with 165 on the bar, followed by Hugh Perone on deck. David Hernandez in the hole. Stetson Drolet, you are 4 out. Daniel Lynn, you are 5 out. Sean Kelly, you are 6 out. Sean's second attempt is 165. That's 363 pounds.
What? Is it breaking? Hold on, shot. Nice shot. Back. Go on.
Good lift. 2 in a row for Sean. Next up, Hugh Perone is attempting 165. Let's get behind him on this one. David Hernandez, you're on deck. Stetson Drolet, you're in the hole. Go get it, Hugh.
Come on, Hugh.
Good lift. That's what we're talking about. Next up, David Hernandez with 175 on the bar, followed up by Stetson Drolet, you're on deck. Daniel Lynn, you're in the hole. Sean Kelly, you are 4 out. Travis, you are 5 out. And Trevor, you are 6 out. David's second attempt is 175. That's 385 pounds. Good lift. That's 2 in a row for David. Next up, Stetson Drillay with 177.5 on the bar, followed up by Daniel Lim. You're on deck. Sean Kelly, you're in the hole. Travis, you're 4 out. Trevor, you're 5 out, Trevor. And Don Michael, you are 6 out. Good lift. Next up, Daniel Lim with 182.5 on the bar. Followed up by Sean Kelly, you're on deck. Travis, you're in the hole. Trevor, Sean Kelly, you're on deck. Travis, you're in the hole. Trevor, you are 4 out.
Come on, Dan.
Don Michael, you are 5 out. And Jeff Damasco, you are 6 out.
Easy.
Good lift. Next up, we got Sean with 185 on the bar, followed up by Travis on deck. Trevor in the hole. Don Michael, you're 4 out. Jeff Damasco, you're 5 out. William Glass, you're 6 out. Bars loaded. That's another good lift. Next up, Travis with 187.5 on the bar, followed by Trevor on deck. Don Michael in the hole. Jeff Damasco, you are 4 out. William Glass, you are 5 out. And Eric Peterson, you are 6 out. That's a good lift. Next up, Trevor. Bar is loaded already for you, so whenever you get up there, it is good to go. Don Michael, you're on deck, and Jeff Damasco, you're in the hole.
Come on. Go. Yep.
Good lift. Next up, let's take that bar to 192.5 for Don Michael. Jeff Damasco, you're on deck. William Glass, you're in the hole. Eric Peterson, you're 4 out. Josh, you are 5 out. And David Suter, you are 6 out.
Come on out, Mike. Big chest, big chest. Boom, boom. Oh, yeah.
Good lift. Next up, we got Jeff Damasco going at 210 on the bar, followed up by William Glass on deck. Eric Peterson, you're in the hole. Yosh, you are 4 out. David Suter, you are 5 out. And Joseph Tran, you are 6 out. Jeff's second attempt is 210, which is 463 pounds. try that one more time. Next up, William Glass, take that bar to 215. Eric Peterson, you are on deck. Yost, you are in the hole. David Suter, you are 4 out. And Joseph Tran, you are 5 out. William's second attempt is 215, which is 474 pounds. Good lift, that's 2 in a row. Next up, Eric Peterson, 217.5, followed up by Yost on deck. Then you have David Suter in the hole. Joseph Tran, you're 4 out. Sean Dickinson, you're 5 out. And Hugh Perrone, you are 6 out.
We updated our phone. It's not the next week, not until the 19th.
No lift. Next up, Yost with 220 on the bar, followed up by David Suter on deck. Joseph Tran, you're in the hole. Sean Dixon, you are 4 out. Hugh Perrone, you are 5 out. Mark Hobneck, you are 6 out. Good lift. 2 in a row for Yost. Next up, we got David Suter with 222.5 on the bar, followed up by Joseph Tran on deck. Sean Dixon in the hole. Hugh Perrone, 4 out. Mark Hobneck, 5 out. And David Hernandez, 6 out.
Straight on top.
Good lift, that's 2 in a row for David. Next up, Joseph Tran with 147.5 on the bar, followed by Sean Dixon on deck. Hugh Perrone in the hole. Mark Hobneck, you're 4 out. David Hernandez, you're 5 out. And Stetson Drolet, you are 6 out. Let's get behind him on this 147.5.
Come on, Joey. Ball. Easy.
That is 3 for 3 in his deadlift. Very good. Sean Dixon, you're next up, 172.5 on the bar. No lift, but let's give him a big round of applause. He did go 2 for 3 in his deadlift. Hugh Perone, you're next up, 172.5 on the bar, followed up by Mark Hopnick on deck and David Hernandez in the hole. Bars loaded for Hugh. He's a fighter and a lifter. Next up, we have Mark Hopnick with 175 on the bar, followed up by David Hernandez on deck. Stetson Drelay, you're in the hole. Sean Kelly, you are 4 out. Travis, you are 5 out. And Trevor, you are 6 out. Mark's third attempt is 175, which is 385 pounds.
Come on, Mark. Come on, Mark. Let's go. Come on.
No lift, but let's give him a big round of applause. Next up, David Hernandez going for 182.5 on the bar, followed up by Stetson Drelay on deck. Sean Kelly in the hole. Travis, you're 4 out. Trevor, you're 5 out. Daniel Lim, you are 6 out. Let's get behind David on this. If he can get this, we're going to go 9 for 9 on his list today. Come on, David. Got this?
Get it.
Get it? No lift, but let's give it up. He did go 8 of 9 on that. Great day, great day. Next up, Stetson Drelay with 185 on the bar, followed up by Sean Kelly on deck. Travis, you're in the hole. Trevor, you're 4 out. Daniel Lim, you're 5 out. And Don Michael, you're 6 out. No lift. Let's give him a big round of applause for a great day of lifting there. Next up, Sean Kelly with 190 on the bar, followed up by Travis on deck. Trevor is in the hole. Daniel Lim, you're 4 out. Don Michael, you are 5 out. And Jeff Damasco, you are 6 out. Sean's third attempt at 190 is 418 pounds. Let's go, Sean. Light. Light. Good lift. There we go. That's 8 and 9 for Sean on the day. Great lift. Next up, Travis with 197.5 on the bar, followed up by Trevor on deck. Daniel Lim, you are in the hole. Don Michael, 4 out. Jeff Damasco, 5 out. And Eric Peterson, 6 out. We are going straight from Flight C to Flight D. Flight D, please be prepared for your first lift, as we are doing final lifts of Flight C. Good lift. There we go. 3 for 3 in his deadlifts. Let's keep this going. Trevor, you are next up with 197.5. The bar is loaded for you. Daniel Lim, you're on the deck. Good lift. 3 for 3 as well. Next up, we have Daniel Lim with 197.5 on the bar, followed up by Don Michael on deck and Jeff Damasco in the hole.
Pull.
Good lift. And 3 for 3 as well on Daniel Lim. Next up, Don Michael. Let's take that bar to 200. Jeff Damasco, you're on deck. Eric Peterson, you're in the hole. William Glass, you're 4 out. Yosh, you are 5 out. And David Shooter, you are 6 out. Don Michael's third attempt, 200 is 440 pounds.
Let's go, Mike. Pull, hips. Get it.
Good lift. And that is the perfecta of 9 for 9 lifts. Give it up for him. Jeff Damasco next up with 210 on the bar, followed by Eric Peterson on deck. William Glass in the hole. Yosh, you are 4 out. David Suter, 5 out. And Raymond Ferran, you are 6 out. No lift, but let's give it up for him. He had a great day of lifting today. Next up, we have Eric Peterson with 217.5 on the bar. Let's get behind him on his third and final attempt of the day. William Glass, you're on deck. Yosh, you're in the hole. David Suter, you're 4 out. Raymond, you're 5 out. And Steve Lee, you are 6 out.
Let's go, Eric.
This is Eric's third and final attempt of the night. 217.5 is 479 pounds. No lift, but let's give him a big round of applause. Great day of lifting for Eric. Next up, William Glass with 227.5 on the bar, followed up by Yosh on deck. David Suter in the hole. Raymond Ferran, you are 4 out. Steve Lee, you are 5 out. And Mark Marinas, you are 6 out. Williams' third and final attempt of the night, 227.5. That's 501 pounds.
Come on, Bill. Let's go.
Good lift. And that's another trifecta, 9 of 9 lifts on the night. Next, let's get Yosh up here for 230 on the bar, followed by David Suter on deck. Raymond, you are in the hole. Steve Lee, you are 4 out. Mark, you're 5 out. Michael McNally, you are 6 out.
All right, y'all, let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
No lift, but let's give him a big round of applause. He doesn't give up. That's a lifter right there. David Suter's next up with 230 on the bar, going for a state record. Followed by Raymond on deck. Steve Lee, you are in the hole. Mark, you are 4 out. Michael McNally, you are 5 out. And Jason, you are 6 out. Chuck Damasco, please come to the score desk. Chuck Damasco. That is a good lift. 507 pounds for a state record. And going 3 for 3. Great. Next up, Raymond Brand, Flight D. Flight D, you are going. Raymond Brand, 175 on the bar, followed by Steve Lee on deck. Mark, you are in the hole. Michael McNally, you are 4 out. Jason, you're 5 out. Brian Kane, you are 6 out. Good lift. 175. Next, we got 185 going on the bar for Steve Lee, followed up by Mark on deck. Michael McNally, you're in the hole. Jason, you are 4 out. Brian Kane, you are 5 out. And Elmer, you are 6 out. Good lift. Next up, bars loaded for Mark. Michael McNally, you're on deck. Jason, you're in the hole, and Brian Kane, you are 4 out. Ashley Bryan, please come to the score desk. Ashley Bryan, good lift. Let's give it up for him. Next up, Michael McNally with 187.5 on the bar, followed up by Jason on deck. Brian Kane, you're in the hole. Elmer, you are 4 out. Amikin, you are 5 out. And Andrew Smith, you are 6 out. Good lift. Let's keep that bar at 187.5 for Jason. And then Brian Kane, you're on deck. Elmer, you are in the hole. Amikin, you are 4 out. Andrew, you are 5 out. Anthony Baker, you are 6 out. Bars loaded. Oh. For Michael McNally. Yeah, he did. Sorry. Same weight. We're good. Good lift. Let's keep it rolling. 192.5 on the bar for Brian Kane. Elmer, you're on deck. Amikin, you are in the hole. Andrew Smith, you are 4 out. Anthony Baker, you are 5 out. And Brent Hornick, you are 6 out. Brian's first attempt, 192.5. That's 424 pounds. Good lift. Next up, we have Elmer with 195 on the bar, followed up by Amikin on deck. Andrew, you're in the hole. Anthony, you are 4 out. Brent, you are 5 out. And David Knieser, you are 6 out. Good lift. Keep on rolling. I'm making 197.5 on the bar for you and Andrew after you. Followed up by Anthony Baker. Brent, you're 4 out. David Knieser, 5 out. Patrick Callahan, 6 out. Good lift. Keep that bar at 197.5 for Andrew Smith. Anthony Baker, you're on deck. Brent, you're in the hole. David Knieser, you're 4 out. Patrick Callahan, 5 out. Peter Puxio, you're 6 out. Bars loaded. Good lift. Take that bar up to 205 for Anthony Baker, followed up by Brent on deck. David Knieser, you're in the hole. Peter Callahan, you're 4 out. Peter Hooks, you're 5 out. And Chip Beck, you are 6 out. Good lift. Now hold up on that bar, please, spotters. We're gonna throw a little twist in here. And Patrick Callahan, 207.5.
Let's go, Patrick.
Good lift. Give it to him. Next up, Brent with 210 on the bar, followed up by David Knieser on deck. Peter, you're in the hole. Chip Beck, you're 4 out. And Chris Butler, you're 5 out. James, you're 6 out. Brent's first attempt, 210, is 463 pounds. Good lift. Let's keep rolling with David coming up here on 210 on the bar, followed up by Peter on deck. Chip Beck, you're in the hole, and Chris, you are 4 out. James, 5 out. Leonard, you are 6 out.
Up, 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 up.
Good lift. Next up, Peter with 215 on the bar, followed up by Chip Beck on deck. Chris, you're in the hole. James, you're 4 out. Leonard, you are 5 out. And Raymond, you are 6 out. Good lift for Peter. Next up, we have Chip Beck with 227.5 on the bar, followed by Chris on deck. James is in the hole. Leonard, you are 4 out. Raymond, you are 5 out. And Mark, you are 6 out. Good lift. Next up, we've got Chris Loeffler with 235 on the bar, followed up by James on deck. Leonard, you're in the hole. Raymond, you're 4 out. Mark, you're 5 out. And Brian Kane is 6 out.
All right, Brad. Good job. Good job.
Good lift. Let's hear it for him. That was 235. Next up, 237.5 on the bar for James. On deck, you have Leonard. In the hole, you have Raymond Farron. 4 out, you have Mark. Ryan Kane is 5 out. And Jason Monaco, you are 6 out. Good lift. Let's hear it for him. 237.5. Next up, Leonard's going for 262.5 on the bar, followed by Raymond Ferran on deck. Mark, you're in the hole. Brian Kane, you are 4 out. Jason, you are 5 out. And Michael McNally, you are 6 out. We are wrapping up first attempts, going into second attempts after this flip. What? Good lift. Let's hear it for 262.5. Let's take that bar back down to 182.5 for Raymond Ferran, followed up by Mark. You're on deck. Brian Kane, you're in the hole. Jason, you are 4 out. Michael McNally, you're 5 out. And Elmer, you're 6 out. These are second attempts for Flight D, our final flight of the night. Let's hear it for him. 2 for 2 so far. Next up, let's put 192.5 on the bar for Mark, followed up by Brian Kane on deck. Jason, you're in the hole. Michael McNally, you're 4 out. Elmer, you're 5 out. And Steve Lee, you are 6 out. Good lift. That's 2 for 2 for Mark. Next up, Brian Kane wants 200 on the bar, followed up by Jason. On deck, Michael McNally, you're in the hole. And Elmer, you are 4 out. Steve Lee, 5 out. And Amika, you are 6 out. Jason, be prepared because you are doing the same weight, so the bar will be loaded as soon as Brian Kane gets done. Good lift for Brian Kane at 200. Let's get a read with Jason up here on this 200. Michael McNally, you're on deck. Elmer, you're in the hole. Steve Lee, you're 4 out. Amika, you are 5 out. And Patrick Callahan, you are 6 out. Go get it. Good lift. There we go, 2 for 2. Next up, let's take that bar to 202.5 for the next 2 lifters for Michael McNally and Elmer, who is on deck. Steve Lee, you're in the hole. Amika, you're 4 out. Patrick Callahan, you are 5 out. Andrew Smith, you're 6 out. Good lift there. 2 for 2 on his list so far tonight. Elmer, you're next up with 202.5 on the bar, followed up by Steve Lee and Amika in the hole.
Let's go, L. Come on. Tight.
Good lift. Let's keep it rolling. Take it up to 210 for Steve Lee, followed up by Amika on deck. Patrick Callahan, you're in the hole. Andrew Smith, you're 4 out. David Knieser, you are 5 out. And Brent, you are 6 out. Steve's second attempt of the night is 210, which is 451 pounds. Go own it.
Own it, bro. Get it, Amika.
Yeah.
Come on, Amika. He's out. Kill it, kids. Come on, Tiger. Oh, yeah. Put some fucking weight on the bar.
There we go, good lift. Next up we have Steve Lee. Yes, Steve Lee with 210 on the bar, followed up by Patrick Callahan on deck. Andrew Smith in the hole. David Knieser, you are 4 out. Brent's 5 out. And Peter, you are 6 out. Good lift. Let's keep rolling. Take it up to 212.5 for Patrick Callahan, followed up by Andrew Smith on deck. David Knieser, you're in the hole. Brent, you're 4 out. Peter, you're 5 out. And Anthony Baker, you are 6 out.
Patrick.
Good lift. Next up, Andrew Smith with 215 on the followed up by David Knieser on deck. Brent, you're in the hole. Peter, you're 4 out. Anthony Baker, you're 5 out. James, you're 6 out.
Loaded.
Barslow.
Come on, David. Tight, lots of air. Torque and go. Yeah. Woohoo.
Good lift. That's 2 for 2 for Andrew. Next up, David Knieser. Let's take that bar to 220 for him. Brent, you're on deck. Peter, you're in the hole. Anthony Baker, you're 4 out. James, you're 5 out. And Chip, you're 6 out. David's second attempt, 220, is 485 pounds. Good lift. That's 2 for 2 for David. Next up, we have Brent with 225 on the bar, followed up by Peter on deck. Anthony, you're in the hole. James, you are 4 out. Chip, you are 5 out. And Chris, you are 6 out. Brent's second attempt is 225, which is 496 pounds. Go get it. Good lift, 2 for 2 for Brent. Next up, let's take that bar to 225 for an American record for Peter, followed up by Anthony Baker on deck. James, you're in the hole. Chip Beck, you are 4 out. Chris, you are 5 out. And Leonard, you are 6 out. These are second attempts for Flight D, our final flight of the night. Next up, Anthony. He wants 227.5 on the bar, followed up by James on deck. Chip, you're in the hole. Chris, you're 4 out. Leonard, you're 5 out. And Raymond, you are 6 out.
Bye, Anthony. Got this.
Get it!
Yes, I did!
Good lift. There we go. 2 for 2. Next up, James is asking for 245, which is a state record, followed up by Chip Beck on deck. Chris, you're in the hole. Leonard, you're 4 out. Raymond, you're 5 out. And Mark, you are 6 out. James is going for 245, which is 540 pounds on the bar. No lift, but you can come back and give it one more shot for that state record. Next up, Chip Beck with 250 on the bar, followed up by Chris on deck. Leonard, you're in the hole. Raymond, you are 4 out. And Brent, Raymond, you are 4 out. Mark, you are 5 out. And Brian Kane, you are 6 out. Good lift, 2 for 2. Next up, Chris wants 250.5 on the bar, followed up by Leonard on deck. Raymond, you're in the hole. Mark, you're 4 out. Brian King, you are 5 out. And Michael McNally, you are 6 out. Bars loaded for Chris Muffler. Owned it. 2 for 2 so far. Next up, Leonard wants 282 points on the bar, followed up by Raymond Farron on deck. Mark, you're in the hole. Brian Kane, you are 4 out. Michael McNally, you are 5 out. And Elmer, you are 6 out. Leonard's second attempt at 282.5 is 622 pounds. No lift, but let's give him a big round of applause. That's a lot of weight right there. Next up, Raymond for him wants 92.5 on the bar, followed up by Mark on deck. Brian Kane, you're in the hole. Michael McNally, you're 4 out. Elmer, you're 5 out. And Jason, you are 6 out. These are third and final attempts for all of Flight D now. So show your love for all your lifters. This is it. Fire is loaded. Let's hear it. Good lift. That's 3 for 3 and 8 of 9 on his whole day. Good lifting. Next up, Mark wants 207.5 on the bar, followed up by Brian Kane on deck. Michael McNeely in the hole. Elmer, you're 4 out. Jason, you're 5 out. Amikin, you are 6 out. No lift. Let's give him a big round of applause. That's 2 of 3 for his deadlift of the night. Next up, Brian King wants 210 on the bar, followed up by Michael McNeely on deck. Elmer's in the hole. Jason, you're 4 out. Amikin, you are 5 out. And Patrick Callahan, you are 6 out. And bars loaded. That's owning it right there. Going 8 for 9 on the night. Great lift. Next up, Michael McNeely wants 212.5, and the next 2 lifters actually are going to do it as well. Elmer is going to do it right after him. Jason, you are in the hole. Amikin, you're 4 out. Patrick, you're 5 out. David Knieser, you are 6 out. Good lift. 3 for 3 and 9 for 9 on his list today. Let's hear it for him. Next up, Elmer is doing the same thing. 212.5, followed up by Jason on deck and a meet in the hole. Good lift, 3 for 3 on his deadlift tonight. Great lift. Next up, let's take that bar to 215 for Jason, followed up by Amikin on deck, Patrick Callahan in the hole, David Knieser, you're 4 out, Steve Lee, you're 5 out, Patrick, you are 6 out. No lift. Let's give him a big round of applause though. He did go 2 for 3 on his deadlift. Next up, Amikin wants 217.5 on the bar, followed by Patrick Callahan on deck. David Knieser is in the hole. Steve Lee is 4 out. Peter is 5 out. Anthony Baker 6 out. Get it. Good lift. 3 for 3 and 9 for 9. That is a perfect night for Amikin. Next up, Patrick Callahan wants 217.5 on the bar, followed by David Knieser on deck and Steve Lee in the hole. 217.5. Which bar's loaded. No lift. Let's give him a big round of applause. Still went 2 for 3 on his deadlift tonight. Next up, David Knieser wants 227.5 on the bar. And actually, the next 3 lifters will be lifting 227.5. So please be ready. David Knieser, Steve Lee, and Peter. No lift, so let's give him a big round of applause. He did go 2 for 3 tonight. Next up, Steve Lee, 227.5, going for a state record. Good lift, 3 for 3 in a state record. Let's hear it for him. Let's leave it at 227.5 for our next lifter, Peter. Anthony Baker, you're on deck. Andrew Smith, you're in the hole. Brent, you are 4 out. James is 5 out, and Chip Beck, you're 6 out. Bars loaded. No, let's give him a big round of applause. That's a lot of weight right there. Next up, Anthony Baker wants 230 on the bar, followed by Andrew Smith on deck. Brent, you're in the hole. James, you're 4 out. Chip, you're 5 out. Chris, you are 6 out. And we are just 7 short lifters away from being completed. 7 lifters. Let you try.
Come on, Anthony.
No, let's give him a big round of applause. He did go 2 for 3 tonight. Next up, Andrew Smith wants 230 on the bar, followed by Brent on deck. James is in the hole. Chip, you are 4 out. Chris is 5 out. And Leonard, you are 6 out. And that is it. Big heat. Good lift. 3 for 3 on his evening. Good job, Andrew. Next up, Brent wants 232.5 on the bar, followed up by James on deck. Chip is in the hole. Chris, you are 4 out. Leonard, you are 5 out. That's right, 5 short lifts left, and we are done.
Come on, Brent.
That's it.
Good lift. 3 for 3 and 8 of 9 on his night. Great night. Next up, James wants 250 for a state record on the bar, followed by Chip Beck on deck. Chris is in the hole, and Leonard, you are 4 out. No lift. Let's give him a big round of applause. There's a lot of weight. Next up, Chip Beck wants 255 on the bar, followed by Chris Leffler on deck, and Leonard in the hole. 3 lifters remain.
Let's go, Chip!
No lift. Let's give him a big round of applause. He did go 2 for 3 on his list tonight. Next up, Chris Leffler wants 257.5 on the bar, followed up by Leonard. Deadlift tonight. And last but not least, 282.5 on the bar for Leonard, who's going to come up and own it right now. Our final lifter of the night. I said my final lifter of the night. There we go. Let's get behind him on this one. 622 pounds. He will pull your car up so you can change your tire in 10 minutes when you go out there and it's flat.
Let's go.
You got it, Leonard. No lift, but that still is very deserving of a great big applause for not only Leonard, but